guys, welcome back, John Megacycle here, another episode of Utopia, Creation of a Nation. We're on Gamma Lucra. This is the most difficult, what is it called? Scenario of this, the Super Nintendo version of Utopia. So that being said, we're doing quite well. Pretty quite well, I was trying to say. One of your tanks has malfunctioned and is out of control. This is kind of fun to watch. Let me see if I can get a better view. There you go. That's all they do. They just go completely bonkers. I think they attack your other tanks. Let's see. Health 14 out of 14. Health 14 out of 14. It's going to go berserk for a while and then just explode. There's nothing super fancy about what happens. You just get to hear it shoot at things for a while. There we go. Cool. Yeah, if you hit that panic button a couple of times, it'll bring you right back to whatever you were looking at. So no big deal there. I'm just going to wait out August so I get enough for another chemical plant, and that'll actually tap out this area for chemicals. So not too bad. It's going to produce us, I think, 600 fuel a turn when it really kicks off, and that'll be good for a while. I don't really foresee me needing a whole lot more. There's that, and that kaboom was the tank exploding. So let's see, what else? What else do I really want to work on? Ding! Nailed it. Good. Nice fat line of tanks. And we need to bump up those grants pretty soon here. And probably more food production if I'm trading it out every single month. So let's take a look at what we need. Let's talk to our advisors before we get too wound up in stuff. Go figure. I need more power and I need more food. What do you need? Let's take care of everybody. I need more housing. Okay, time for more projects. Let's take care of food first. Food has the biggest impact on us now because it really affects our economy, considering how quickly we can get that ramped up in trading. So that's an additional 400, 500, 600, 700, 800. That should do us just fine. We're going to also complement, I think it was low on air? I knew power. I didn't check air. No, we're fine on air. We're producing 1,000 more than we need. That means we could lose 2 facilities. Not too shabby. Okay. I'm going to build a few more power plants. And then I'm going to build more workshops. I need to really work on my industry, I think. Oh, and residential. Residential was the next project. So many little things. If you lose track of any one of them, it can just bite you in the rump. You really have to pay attention. And it's good that there's enough time. There's enough time for you to do a lot of digging around. I mean, there's not... When it gets really military, you're not waiting a bunch. Because there's plenty to do. 7,000, still a paltry amount. I still can't afford research. Ugh. Yeah, sell the 2 gems. Awesome. Well, it's 4 more residential structures, so I will take that for the win. Let's check on our residential project up here. Oh, well, I guess we can't. Well, there's no power plants here and such, so I'm fine with that. I'm guessing residential next to these arms labs and workshops are beneficial because the people will be close to their jobs? You can almost rationalize it either way. I don't know how to rationalize it, so I'm not super worried, but... Oh my gosh, I wish this tax rate would kick in. This is killing me. And maybe how the tax rate works is it only resets annually. So at the end of this year, it won't take effect until next year if I change it. Maybe that's how that works. I never really sat down and figured out all the math and the science behind this game. I just enjoyed playing it. That's really all there is to it, in my opinion. Let's see. So we'll finish up a bunch of residential. I'll throw down like 10 more workshops. Come on, big money, big money, big money. Nope, nothing. Another 7,000. This reminds me of how it was early in the game when I was so happy I could afford an additional turret. Okay. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, let's fill up this whole row. Good. and then 4 security, and then some hospital, and then workshops. That should probably fill in a good chunk of this area. Well, I kind of built those close to the power plants, but I mean, there's going to be some undesirable living locations. There's not really much I can do to prevent that 100%, so I'm not super duper worried about it. Let's see, how many tanks are we rocking? Quite a bunch. I'm happy with that. That's looking pretty good. I can't wait till I can throw down way more tank facilities. Realistically, since the tank facilities take time to populate like everything else, it'd be smart to build that earlier. But the way I'm seeing it, not super worried. We'll get there. We're going to have a serious force to throw at the enemy by the time we're even ready to attack. And that's why I tried to build those as early as I could, the very second I could get the mines set up and the arms labs. It sounds like Gur. Gur in my head is making this noise. Hey, big money. Heck yeah. Now we're getting fat paid. Let's sell it down a little bit. Yes, I'll sell weapons for 26. That's the big kicker right there. That's going to be enough for way more security and way more industry. Still growing. We're still growing with our needs, and we're still growing with... Oh, look at that. That's delightful. Not enough colonists available to build. Oh, I have 340 builders. So that kind of tells you right there, we're still moving at a really good clip for growth. Colonies developing well. Great. It's all I want to hear. At the end of this month, all the residential should be built. At least I hope. Oh, nope. Okay. I thought I saw that security just get built, but I wasn't really paying attention. Oh, there we go. The thing about this game is there's enough to keep my mind occupied that this is more than enough for me. I really enjoy playing this game. Like I said, I love a game for the gameplay. I don't really care so much for graphics. Flashy graphics is really cool. It's nice on paper, but if the game sucks when you play it, why would you play it? Like, if it's not enjoyable to sit down and play, it kind of defeats the purpose of playing the game. I don't know. It's almost like chess. Chess doesn't have great graphics, it's just chess, but it's still fun. It's still cool. It's still cool for me. It's still enjoyable. Let's do this. Let's put a waypoint here. I forgot how to do this. Oh, there we go. What marker is over here anyway? So these 1, 2, I don't know if I ever explained this. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, these are markers you can set up. So let's set up number 5 right here. And then what you can do is set up marker 5 here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to our tanks, since there's not really much more room to build. And we're going to say send all the tanks to marker 5. Go. And they'll figure out pathfinding and whatever in their own way, and they'll get to marker 5, freeing up more room for our tank yards. Now, usually I'm a little more generous when it comes to area in between the tank yards, but the bigger thing is I really need to get... I really need a lot of these things, so I'm not really super great at throwing away a bunch of space. So it's going to be a little compact. So all the tanks will move in, and they'll do this weird symmetry dance. Like, one will be in the middle, and they'll all just go, like, counterclockwise, crazy, whatever. So, I don't know if I should just send the tanks at the enemy and call it a day or what, but it's still kind of funny to see. They'll just do some kind of a diamond move pattern. Yeah, just clump up right there. That's fine by me. What's next? I don't see any wreckage, so we've been doing a pretty comprehensive job defending ourselves. I'm happy with that. That's a lot of power sources right there. We could do several more tank yards back here. Yeah, we're gonna build maybe another, I don't know, 6 or 7 tank yards. I can't emphasize enough how much I'm making this my battle plan and how much I want to make sure it succeeds. Once we build these tank yards out, we're going to start redoubling our efforts in research. Absolutely. There's still a lot of good stuff to be had, and better tanks comes with that research. So, absolutely important thing to have. Let's do something like that. That looks good to me. I spent down all the money. Yeah, sell weapons at 27. Absolutely. Sell tech at 8, or fuel at 8. Yes. Good. I would buy ore at 2, but we have quite a surplus. Let's see here. And we're under attack. I almost kind of don't care. Okay, that's enough tank yards. How many does that set us at total? So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's probably pretty good for right now. I lied, let's add 2 more. This is absolutely one of those things that gets harder to ramp up late game. Building all these tank yards and realizing you need way more because, like I said before, you have to wait till the freaking places are staffed with personnel and it just turns into a big pain in the rump. Take care of it early on, doing alright. So this one's taking longer than the other scenario that we played. Understandably, this is the final scenario, so you can kind of understand this is going to be taking a bit longer. So I don't see any enemies. We have a huge gap right here. I don't know how I feel about that. Let's do our Flux Pod and Radar combo. Do I even have control out here? Oh, I guess I do. Look at that. I don't need a ton of defense. I just want maybe 4 or 5 turrets and that should be fine. I don't need to do the nesting thing like we did with the tanks. So is there actually ore or something out here? There's fuel, which I could almost care less about. Considering we have that whole other ore supply we're not even touching. Okay, let's check out our trade options, see what we can get out of that. Oh, perfect. Sell. Yes, I'll sell all the fuel. Holy crap. We just walked through all of our reserves. That's nuts. I'll save some weapons for tanks. Sell a bunch of this tech. Awesome. Let's put 10,000 in each bucket. And let's see where that takes us. Let's see how much they eat through in a month. Oh my goodness. Oh, things are finally turning around. Our quality of life is still staying up in the 50s, 60s, somewhere around there. I'm happy with that. Good consistency. I'd feel terrified if it jumped all the way to 68 or 69 or 67 or whatever like it did, and then drop all the way back down to 30%. That would drive me nuts. Okay, so either our tanks are blowing something up or we're getting blown up. So let's take a quick gander. I'm hoping they're just fighting my tanks. I'm gonna guess whatever's out here is just fighting my tanks. We should get a radar and a flux pod up here. I kind of spaced that after I built it out to the limit. Radar. Radar won't pick us up. Boop. Flying high. There we go. I'm guessing those shots or whatever came from our nest of tanks. Oh, okay, that explosion didn't. You guys want to get them? Wait till we get plasma turrets. That's going to help out a bunch. They're effectively double-barreled. By the picture, they're double-barreled laser turrets. Oh, did you get him? Nope, still didn't get him. Well, I'll assume he got. I still want to figure out where the explosions came from. Now, oddly enough, I don't see any wreckage. These are all living quarters. It's the orange and the yellow difference. Oh, there's one. It was a turret, right? Yeah. Okay. So let's do the normal policy. Everywhere we find a weakness, let's put some more turrets. Now I heard another explosion. Where did that come from? Oh. My radar. Seriously, of all the structures they want to blow up to really cheese me off, it's the flux pods and the radars that are just so irritating. You know what? Again, I'm going to put 2 down. Deal with that. And let's put 1 here for good measure. Why not? Because I can. What's next on the docket? Food production should be awesome. Yep, 1,000. We're producing 470 fuel because they're not fully stocked yet of workers. 500 or 325 ore. That's good. How's your deal? Developing well. That's what I like to see. How's your deal, civil engineer? Workshops and trading. Okay, great. Tech. Labs are fully populated. Okay. I really just go for the tip. The advice. That sounded bad. I really just gun for the advice. It's just a lot easier to manage instead of trying to figure out all the numbers. I do sometimes, but really I just want to get what do you have to say? Just tell me the 2 things I should hear. Let's just move on. Now, back to this project that I was trying to do before that I wasn't able to because I got freaking distracted. We could just fill this whole area with tank yards, really. Oh, serious? Lame sauce. Fuel, go. Get it out of here. Sell weapons. Not all of them, just a bunch. Okay. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to slap down 4 more power plants, and if that doesn't sedate me for the rest of the game, I don't know what will. Oh, I know what will. 4 more power plants. And a solar eclipse. Fantastic. This is properly defended, right? Okay, good. I'm gonna build 2 more next month. This is just one of those things that I really don't want to take care of anymore. Food, air, residential, security, I'm fine with making sure those are at a good clip, but power is just such a pain. Considering these things take, what, like 70 days to build or something? Just, blah. Get it done. Get it out of here. Come on, big tax money. 57% quality of life. That went up. I'm happy to hear that. Okay, let's stuff the coffers of our grants. That'll buy us 2 months of time. Yeah, let's sell it down a little bit. I want to make sure I have room in my stores. I don't want to hit another ceiling again. Okay, if that doesn't take care of power, no idea what will. That's another 250 megawatts, I think. I built 4 then 2, so 300 megawatts. Okay, let's just pick a point. There looks great. I said, there looks great. There we go, good. Okay, good. Turrets on this wall. I don't know how often they've been coming from here. Not super worried about it, but I just want to make sure that we get this all locked tight. So we'll build, like I said, 3 turrets, maybe 4. And then we'll be able to build labs. I want to get back to the research. We haven't had a breakthrough in a while. So I want to make sure that that gets taken care of. Really want to make sure that our tanks are as elite as possible before I send them into battle. I don't know if the tanks themselves get better based on the research, but I do know they just get more hit points. And that's good enough for me, really, as long as they last longer in battle or whatever. So yeah, 4 turrets, I'm happy right there, perfect. Let's stuff this up a little bit more. I'd like to get my spy grant back up too. Ugh, 3, yuck. Okay, let's take a look at one of our stores. I think we have about 9,000 in stock of stuff. No, it's over to the left. There it is. Yep. Okay, so we're hitting our free space top. So here's what we're going to do. We're only going to keep 70% of the food. That literally means exactly what it says. 30% off the top is just chucked. And that's where this is important. Instead of us expanding a ton on new storage, it makes sure that we keep it at a reasonable level because we want room for our tech goods and everything else. So build just a few more stores and then reduce the keep. Let's see, where's this coming from? No idea. Kinda don't care. Okay, how many tanks are we sitting on now? 43. Okay, so we're going to send all 43 to 5. Now, when you give the send tank order, it sends the closest ones. So we could say 10, and the closest 10 will move over. But just to make sure everyone's on the same page, just get them all moved over. Now, one thing I wanted to check on one of my tanks is I wanted to see how many max hit points we're talking about, and whoever's sitting directly at 5, that's just the easiest way to do it. 14 out of 14. Okay. Fine with that so far. Hey, 62%. Quality of life went up 5%. Power's back online. Perfection. Yeah, sell that food down. Or at 9, yeah, we'll tap that down a little bit. Tech at 14. Yeah, we have tech can be sold at any price, realistically. Even like at 5 or 6 or something, I'd want to almost just get rid of it. Now, like I promised, let's get this to 10,000. I know I don't want to fill this stuff completely. Like, I don't want to just dump all my money into it, but right now, let's just fill a little bit. Yes! Thank you! Vaccination. This new drug gives your colonists protection from any alien virus. Now, I don't think we've gotten infection this whole game. Awesome. Don't get me wrong. Awesome. But that would have been way more beneficial if I could show you how infection works. Realistically, I think it's fine, I already traded. No one cares. I think infection really just works like lack of oxygen or lack of food. Earth demands scientists, or you'll be fined 92 credits. No, get stuffed. Take the 92 credits. It just greatly enhances the death rate, realistically, is what the disease does. Okay. Wanna know what the hell happened there? I don't see anything. So is there actually firing over here? Is there someone over here who wants to talk smack? Is that what's going on? He probably got wrecked with all these tanks. I wish those were siege tanks. If it's not mammoth tanks, it's siege tanks from StarCraft. Okay, I'm just gonna assume they're just getting rinsed over there. Siege tanks are the best. If it's not a mammoth tank. Mammoth tanks first, always. But if it isn't a mammoth tank, it's a siege tank. And then, of course, he upgraded the Siege Breaker, which is amazing. Go Google the picture for that. Those things are awesome. Food at 3. I don't care. Sell it. Or I'm going to keep that. We're under 1,000. A lot's going into weapons. Sell tech. Heck yes. No, I'm not selling gems at 31. Are you crazy? Our attack on the enemy cities come to an end. Most of our units have been destroyed. Some have been captured. They'll probably provide information to the enemy. Oh, wait. Whoops. Hang on. There's the more. How do I do the more? Oh. Okay, here we go. They've already begun to assess the damage done to their city and commence reconstruction. The Lucretian warriors are jubilant. Our attack has been crushed. Amidst unsightly scenes of deprivation, they laugh at our people and mock their captives. Okay, so what happened is, I didn't really send an attack, but there's so many tanks clumped here, some of them just push off to the side. So I need another waypoint. That's the problem. There's too many tanks, and when they leave the map, that's considered an attack. It makes sense, but let's just do 6. And so, I don't know. however many tanks are just sitting here. Let's say 10 tanks. 10 tanks to 6, please. It's the most embarrassing accidental war I've ever been a part of. Oh, great, attack warning. You wait. Okay, another spy report. Awesome. Our spies have been studying the military research of the alien race and have the following to report. They have a large offensive capability, both ground and air forces combining to good effect. Much of their military strategy is thought out and controlled by sophisticated computers. Okay. Oh, great. Hopefully sophisticated computers blow up just like regular computers, because I have a ton of tanks. There's my logic thought. Okay, 30, 10, those are good caps right there. I already traded, of course. Of course it did. Why wouldn't have I have already traded? Bah, 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 bah. Yes, there's not much room here. Once this gets too far, they just push off the map and it's considered an attack. Okay, so we're gonna get to, I don't know, maybe 70, 80 tanks, and then we'll send them in. So 3, load this up. The spy grant is just milking me for all the money I've got. I'm not gonna buy food. What are you, high? Let's sell down some fuel. Price isn't great. Okay, we are still increasing in ore, and 10 is a good price. 18 is not bad for weapons. 20 is perfect for tech. Okay. So we've done all of the infrastructure development in terms of grants that I want to do. Let's do a little bit more with hello? Yeah! Meteor screen. Awesome. That's something I don't have to worry about now. Fantastic new invention! Why are all the inventions happening at the end of the episode? Meteor screen. Advanced tracking lasers will destroy any meteor before it can reach the planet. Frickin' awesome. Okay. Yes. I'm serious about my tanks. If you ever thought I wasn't, check again. Mucho serious about tanks. Spy report in. These things are just as helpful as something that's not helpful. I don't know. I don't know. It's getting late. I don't know. The mine shaft has collapsed. Holy crap. Well, I will want to rebuild that. Our current offensive is I'm not attacking. Are you kidding? Enemies escaped any major damage with little disruption. The populace has been unaffected, and wreckage of our destroyed units litters the streets. Okay, well, I'm getting all the negative feedback from this, which, I mean, I only sent 2 units, so if they said key structures are destroyed and our offensive is proving very effective, I would be like, shut up. Okay, what's happening? I don't see anything. Oh, I see one destroyed thing right there. And that's okay, I guess? Okay, what was I just building? Oh, the mine. Right. Right. I remember now. I think it was right here. Good. Okay. Good enough. Yeah, sell fuel. Heck yeah. Let's tamp down weapons just a little bit. I'm not buying food. I'm not buying food. Get out of here. Speaking of which, we're producing 700 a month. That's still pretty crazy. Now, the number that he says for production is production. That does not take into consideration how much we're keeping. That's a different value entirely. That's generated after the fact of production. So even if you're only keeping 70%, you're still producing 100%, but you're throwing away the remainder. So that's how that works. Let's get about 4 more labs. Let's get 3 more security. And pretty soon I'm going to need another residential district. The other alternative to that, how are they blowing up just 1 or 2 spots here? Seriously. Oh, there's a tank. What's blue? Enemy ship. How come I don't see that on this thing, but I see it on this thing? Okay, that's disturbing. Okay, I don't see anything else. That's weird. Do you see that? So, where was it, right? You can see it on there. You can see it on the mini map, but you can't see it on the map. Okay, well, I'm gonna dump about a handful or 3 of turrets over here. Another spy report. Let me guess. My attack has been. Okay, here we go. Lucretians are incapable of feeling pain. They do not know the meaning of fear, and their insatiable lust for glory drives them to the destruction of all others. Alright, so they're like Borg or something? Or, who's the military faction in Star Trek? It's not Romulan, is it? Crap, I'm tired enough that all of my nerd knowledge is failing away. That's sad. Worf. Whatever race he was. Warrior. Proud race. Anyway. Okay. I'm going to clean up our trade real quick here, and then I'm going to call us an episode. Fill up our grants real nice and tight. Because I will forget. Yeah, we'll sell it at 1. That's fine. I will forget occasionally that I need to keep refilling that. So I'd rather top it off a little bit where I can. Sell down the ore a little bit. Sell a little weapons. Sell a ton of tech. Fantastic. I'm not selling gems at 31 year high. Get out of here. Okay. Very good. Let's go ahead and call this an episode right here. Thanks for joining me, guys. John Megacycle. Another episode of Utopia. Creation of a new nation. Stop exploding when I'm trying to do an outro. Oh, God. Okay, now we have to check on that. See, I can see the tank right here. They just waltzed past my command center or whatever, so that's good. And that's exactly where I'm building a new turret, so that's funny. Okay, this is not funny. Okay, stop blowing up my stuff. There we go, got him. Okay, where's the wall that was over here? This is getting officially beefed up. Okay, 12 squares of flex pot. Fine, fair enough, whatever. Okay, anyway, I'm going to pause it right here on the build screen. Thanks for joining me, guys. John Megacycle, blah, 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 blah. I'll catch you next time.